Look, I'm just going to say this. I love the support, and that's what a dad is supposed to do. But when you start comparing him to known, quality, like Steph Curry, who's a two-time MVP and has done so much in the league already, people are already going to hate because of, he's so successful at UCLA. But now you're adding more pressure to his son. Maybe his son is up to the challenge. But if you're Pops, you've just got to be careful because there's going to be guys, as soon as he takes that next step at that next level, and be like, oh, okay, so you think you're Steph? You think you're the next Jason Kidd? All right. You don't think Russell Westbrook? You don't think Chris Paul? You don't think Kyrie Irving? You don't think these guys are like, kind of biting at the chops to get after this young man?
But do you think what you've seen, how good is Lonzo Ball?
It's hard to tell in the college game. He's a great college player now, and certainly for a freshman and to have that type of success at a young age, but it's so hard because every time you watch a college game, there may be one NBA talent player on the floor at one time. Mm-hmm. When you go to the next level, you're going against 12 All-Americans. You're going against 12 Player of the Years. So it's different. It's hard for me to gauge college players because of the talent level that's on the floor at that particular time. He's good. I think he's obviously going to be a top 5 pick. Will he be the number 1 pick? Certainly he has that capability of doing that, but it's hard to gauge. So let's look at our last draft. Who's been that successful, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Ben Simmons hasn't even played this year and will not play this year.
And I like what I saw from Ben Simmons at LSU more than I did Lonzo Ball. Not to say that Lonzo Ball's not going to be successful. I thought Simmons, was able to go inside. I thought he's not as good a shooter as Ball, but I saw more of a diversification with Simmons. He could go inside, bigger, but, until he gets on the floor with the Sixers, we're not quite sure how to assess him on the pro level.
Again, Mr. Ball, there is nothing wrong with boosting your son and putting him on a pedestal. I get that, and that's what fathers are supposed to do. But you got to be careful with some of your comments. When you compare him to a Steph Curry, a guy that's accomplished, who has won 2 MVPs at the highest level and has a championship under his belt and has been to the finals 2 times in a row, and your son is still, there's so many more chapters to be written on this young man's career. You just have to be careful. I know he has confidence in all his sons.
Oh, boy.
But just be careful. Just be careful what you say.
The Dan Patrick Show, weekday mornings on Audience.